Hello and welcome to Premier Study in Investing. It's great to have you. Thanks for stopping by. I'm so glad to have you. Hey, I wanted to say as a thank you for everyone who's supported and just interacting, I'm going to give you a free coupon code so that you can learn modern portfolio theory. I will also be going over the recent performance of the portfolio that I've been building using this strategy. And so I'll walk you through the website. The coupon code, if you want to go to premierstudyinvesting.com, you'll go here to the portfolio creation course. If you'd like, there'll be a couple options. So the options will basically be, one, you can just go through the course and build your own portfolio using any and all stocks that you'd like to consider. And that's a little bit of an undertaking. The second option would be you can go to the bottom of this page here, download a older model from 2023 here. So you can use it. I honestly think that this link may be broken, but this download button works. I tried it just a couple days ago. And so you can get basically the end product on your hands right away. And then I give you a little challenge here, see if you can follow this tutorial video and make a 9.25 expecting return portfolio from the assets that are already there. And while I think for me, it's always been, this is so great that there can be some other option besides just guessing or going off intuition from some headlines. It was really great when I realized, I have the tools now to be able to take historical data on stock prices, do some manipulations, and be able to find what are actually mathematically the preferable assets and how much money to allocate to each of the assets that are selected. So if you go here, you download this button, you'll want to also go over to the YouTube channel, Premier Study Investing on YouTube. And I can't remember, but this is the walkthrough video, Learn Portfolio Management, a new walkthrough video on modern portfolio theory. So you'll be able to use this video as kind of just a walkthrough, and it's designed for this download. So that way, that's option 2 is get the 2023 older model, go through the tutorial and just toy around with it and see if you're as impressed as I was. Okay, third option is if you want a finished product, but you want one that's up to date, not from 2023, but from April 2025. We just put one out. We have that on Patreon. And the options are, if old members got it for $2 a month, currently it's $5 a month if you want to be a Patreon subscriber. And they also launched this thing where you can buy it, buy the most recent post, the document, this embedded document here, for $20. So there's different ways, just depends how you want to get there. I think what I should tell you about the one, if you buy it, it will go off of this suggested list. So these top 11 assets, these are ETFs for each of the 11 equity sectors in the United States. And then I added some extra assets like emerging markets without China, gold, Bitcoin, S&P 500. Like I said, want to know, are we outperforming the S&P 500? Maybe we should just be putting money into a large allocation in the S&P 500. Well, we put it in there so that way we know. Also VTI, kind of same reason for those people that are into financial independence, retire early. 2 corporate bond funds, junk bond and investment grade, and then 2 what people sometimes call risk-free products, the bill and the TLT. And so those would be the ones that you would get in your package if you got it from Premier Study in Investing on Patreon. That one I can't give you a discount for, but this full course I will. What you want to do is use the coupon code THANKS. There's a coupon code button here. Type in THANKS and it'll say free with this coupon code. So thanks so much. Give me a like or subscribe. Help me get over that 1,000 subscriber mark. I think that's probably like I said, I spent some money advertising this through Google ads, and it's just, I don't know, just has been, I haven't cracked the code on how to get it into a lot of hands of people. It doesn't cost me anything to give it to you for free as a thank you. So just want to go ahead and do that. The bigger thing too is just for me, I've always wanted to try to use this as a demonstration of learning and web design as well as portfolio management skills. The big things that are great about this is you can just read the write-up, but it basically walks you through the rationale of managing your own money, hearing Warren Buffett and Charlie Munger talk about how much money is lost to fees. Of course, it depends. If you're doing 2% of a small amount of money, then it's kind of a small amount of money. But if you have great returns and your portfolio over 30 years grows to a large amount of money, then you're going to lose a lot more to fees. Sometimes $250,000 over 30 years, sometimes even more. I do a video at the bottom based on some things I learned from Jack Bogle, founder of Vanguard, that's like, it could be as much as like $600,000. And so once it got coming up to those numbers of compounding fees and how much of the returns you're losing, really wild. Anyways, it's a 3-hour course. If you want to take the full course, that allows you to put whatever assets you want in there. Yeah. So anyways, like I said, it's been fun to track it. I would have been smarter if when I came out of graduate school, if I would have deployed this strategy as my primary strategy. But, I think like so many people, I thought, well, I'm going to try to stock pick. I went really heavy into COVID products testing and those things. And that has not, I would have been better had I just stayed in this product, honestly. Now, related to the rest of the channel, you guys know that what I'm hoping to do is figure out how to increase my income, right, through working in financial services. Currently, I'm not working in financial services, so you can find me. My name is Brian Buck. You can find me on LinkedIn. You can just search Premier Estate and Investing. I'll come right up. And we connect that way. But one thing that has been interesting is the attention that Moderna's gotten. I've been doing a lot of work on that because I need to make some money. If I was to pull all of my money out like I looked at with this David Rogers Webb concern about the loss of private property rights for security holders like us, at the retail level as well as institutional level, David Rogers Webb really argues that all of these assets that we have at these brokerages are subject to seizure, basically, under bankruptcy law. And so his advice is like, well, you need to take, you basically should not leave any money in the banking system that you can't afford to lose. And for me, it's like, okay, well, David, that's awesome. I believe you. I've looked at the different bills in the different states. But honestly, I don't have a significant amount of money. Like if I pull all the money out, it's not significant. I couldn't buy a house outright. There's not a lot I could do with that money. So I'm kind of in this weird spot where I guess I'd like to work in financial services because that's my skill set. I've actually emailed Don Grandy about working with him, but I never heard back from those guys. And then I'm trying to make money off this Moderna. Primarily, I have short position. Earnings come out on Monday. So if you're ever like a viewer or subscriber of this channel and you're like, why is this guy making videos on Bitcoin, Moderna, portfolio management, but then also doing all these videos on pulling all your money out? Well, that's basically how it all makes sense for me, is like, I either need to get a good job or I need to do really well on some sort of investment in order to have, like I said, a substantial amount of money that when I pull it out, I can actually do something with it, right? So that's kind of the long and the short. Anyways, I know a lot of people maybe don't believe in David Rogers Webb. Certainly that's true. I've tried so hard to get Mark Meldrum to talk about it, but I think he thinks I'm just like a bot or some troll or something. Unfortunately, it has really, really discouraged me from continuing on the CFA level 2. I'd be a level 2 candidate if I went back to CFA. And it's just because I can't get past this David Rogers Webb stuff. He seems right. It'd be really hard to be an advisor and advise people on assets in that industry when you would basically be like, well, pull all your money out, either go into crypto or go into gold, precious metals, buy small businesses or buy real estate, right? That's not really, if that's the advice you're going to give, you don't need a CFA to do that. And most asset management funds would not be very happy, as far as I understand it, because it's a fee-based model, right? And they want you to put your clients in, certain mutual funds that are fee generating or other products. Any products, all their products are basically, as far as I know. There was a guy that was doing, what was it? Was it Direction? Oh yeah, I found it. So I think dimensional fund advisors they seem to be a different category of advisors. So that might be good just if you haven't heard of them, they seem to have like a much lower fee-based fiduciary. Those are just some thoughts about how to tie up all the loose ends conceptually of how can I be going in all these different directions with this portfolio theory. Had a 12.5% standard deviation, which was about a third less than the S&P 500 would have, somewhere in that ballpark. So, and that would be for across all the portfolios that I kind of do the math for you guys and give you a bunch of different return levels that all have the same Sharpe ratio, if you know what I'm talking about. So, just find the line, go down the line. Do you want a 7% return? Allocate it like this. Do you want 8% return? Allocate it like this. 12% return. Then the weights would change. But the Sharpe ratio always stays the same, meaning the risk return trade-off is always the same, and you can kind of choose your level of investment. So that's all stuff we talk about in the course. Like I said, now you can take it for free. The code is thanks. Just give me a thumbs up, give me a like or whatever. Pray for me or whatever. God bless you guys as you're trying to sort out your investing. This David Rogers Webb stuff, recession talk, Trump tariffs. Are we in just like a true bull rally, or is this more of like a dead cat bounce? Right here, as we're up at, we've been as low as like in the 4,000s. And today S&P 500, you can see at the bottom of the screen, is 55.25. So this is April 22nd. And don't forget, Moderna's earnings is May 1st. I know that doesn't apply to everybody, but sure interesting for me. Okay, thanks again.